Well, it is officially over, guys. This Diddy trial is disgusting. What is up, guys? It's been Elijah, Immortal Calmness, back with another video. In this video, we're talking about the whole Diddy trial and what's been going on. Man, I forget like what day it is with this trial. Day 9, 10, 11, 12. I have not been following it, keeping up with it like that, but I know what's going on to a point. So I want to break down what we know so far with this whole Diddy trial and this man's obsession with baby oil and astral glide and whatnot, and what Cassie had to go through. And I feel like things aren't adding up, you know? And hey, he may not get convicted. I don't support the man. I don't. I do not support him. I'll admit he has put out some great music, okay? He has elevated some great people, some great talent. I don't support him, but I have this feeling that he may not get convicted because certain things in the courtroom are just not adding up from what I'm hearing on the news and whatnot, okay? So let me say this. I feel really bad for Cassie. I really do. The things that she's gone through in the past with this man and what she had to experience and go through and endure at a young age. I mean, she was 19 and he was 40. Puff Daddy was 40 years old. She was like 19 years old, okay? And he basically like took advantage of her and controlled her, you know? Now, they're talking about how when she was with him, he wanted her to be with male escorts, and apparently she said that these male escorts, they weren't even that attractive. They weren't even all that, but she still had to be with them, and she didn't want to because, you know, he said, you know what, I want you to be with him. I don't care if he's ugly. You know, he basically forced these men to be with her and vice versa. And he sat back and watched. This man sat back and just watched the whole thing happen. And the fact that she was choking on urine, oh my gosh. When I heard that, I was like, this is disgusting. This man is a demon. All right, I do believe Puff Daddy has a demonic spirit within him. When he went to Hollywood, when he met with Clyde Davis and Hugh Hefner at Playboy and the other elites, the other, you know, millionaire, billionaire white elites in Hollywood and whatnot, I do believe he got completely corrupted, transformed into a demon. The Diddy is an entity. Diddy is a demon. The Diddy demon. That is disgusting. Now, I know there are some people out there that are into like the whole fetish of people urinating on them and crapping on them. That is not me at all. Okay, that is disgusting. That is disgusting. I question people. I really do question people who get off from that, man. Like, what do you see from that? Literally, you have crap on your body. You have crap in your mouth. Are you serious? But anyway, so she would choke on them peeing in her mouth. Him, the male escorts, okay? They would urinate in her mouth. And also, he would let the male escorts, they would release themselves onto her. He told her, keep it on you because I like it like that. And then the male escorts would release and come on him on his chest and whatnot. It's like, what? This man is freaky deaky. And then he would literally fill an entire bathtub of baby oil and told Cassie to get completely submerged in the bathtub filled with baby oil. And if she wasn't oily enough, he would tell her to dip herself back in the tub of baby oil. Well, I don't like... Why is this man so obsessed with baby oil and astral glide? You guys should watch the Diddy documentary on HBO Max. It's actually a pretty good documentary. Breaks down everything that went on back then and what this man did and what a lot of these women went through with him and others as well. And the history of Bad Boy and him with Pac and Biggie. It's a really good documentary on HBO Max. It's called The Downfall of Diddy. Okay? And one of the guys that worked for Puff Daddy, he said how he went into his room after they had a massive freak off. Okay? They had a massive wild freak off. And he went in there to clean up, and his crew. And he said, man, there was baby oil and Astroglide everywhere. All over the sheets, all over the carpet, all over the freaking sink, bathtub, the floor, the wall. There was blood on the wall, on the sheets, bodily fluids, condoms. Like, what the heck was going on? And tons of drugs, obviously. Man, this man is crazy. So, guys, yeah, go watch that documentary on HBO Max. It's wild. It is absolutely wild. And that's another thing. How do you have a 4-day freak off in a hotel room? How? How do you have a 4-day freak off? Well, actually, I do know how. I don't know why I'm asking that question. Drugs. DRUGS, drugs. How do you have like a 4-day freak off, man, like in a hotel room? That is crazy. You know the video that was released with him attacking Cassie back in 2016 in the hotel? So apparently during that time period, that was when they were having their 4-day freak off in the hotel room, and they were doing drugs, like tons of drugs. And they were just spaced out and whatnot, you know? That's the thing about these freak offs. They be saying that Diddy be having freak offs that be lasting for days. These wild sex orgy parties and whatnot, it be lasting for days, man, for days. They don't stop. They won't stop. They can't stop. They can never stop because he can't stop. Because he won't stop. He can never stop. He doesn't want to stop. He doesn't know how to stop. It won't stop. So anyway, that's just crazy to me. Like, the endless freak offs and the endless drugging and drugging and drugging and drinking and drinking. How are you still alive? Now I know he said, like, I'm gonna sleep until I'm dead. well dang. He said, I'm gonna sleep till I'm dead. And the people that worked with him, Diddy, said he does not like to sleep. Because sleeping, he feels like sleeping, you're just wasting time, and that you're not working and whatnot. But sleep is very beneficial for your health. So I'm trying to figure out how you function as a human being not getting any sleep. Oh, wait, that's right. He ain't a human being. That's a demon. And also, he's on drugs. So there you go. But I'm going to tell you guys why I think he might not get convicted. So the feds, they charged him for a RICO charge, right? Like drugs and gun trafficking. But they keep talking about the freak offs and the SEX parties and the SEX stuff he did with Cassie. And I'm not saying, you know, obviously it's wrong and it's disgusting, but it's not adding up to some of the charges they charged him with. And I really, really wish they had cameras in this courtroom, but I know they can't show footage because it's a federal case. They won't allow cameras in there. So we're just going based off the what we hear from the news and whatnot, people inside the court, and also like the artists' drawings. I have to say, whoever is doing these artist drawings is a really good artist. As an artist myself, I have to recognize, I have to acknowledge me. I have to acknowledge and give credit where credit is due to great artists and great artwork. This is pretty great. It's a pretty great artwork, man. I have to agree. Like, it's pretty good. You know, it's kind of funny too, showing how Diddy's facial expressions are, him looking at Cassie and looking at the camera. Like, I don't know. His facial expressions look funny in these drawings. And as you guys can see, he has white hair. So it's like white, yellowish hair. He's getting old. And also, he's stressed out. Okay? He got all that white hair because he's stressed out. He ain't sure how things going to play out for him. But yeah. So I really wish they had cameras in here, but I know they won't show anything. But yeah, I just, like, things don't add up from what I'm hearing with what people are saying in the media and the news. You know, you charge this guy for this and for that, but you keep talking about the freak offs. Now, I'm not a big person. I'm not a person that's fully into the legal part of things with the lawyers, and the prosecutors, and the judges, and the attorneys, and whatnot. So I don't know everything about the whole legal side of things. I know what I know. I'm still doing my research. I'm still learning things, okay? I'm still finding out new information. But from what I've researched legally, from a legal perspective, there ain't nothing wrong with having a freak off. And nothing wrong with having a wild SCX party or a wild animal party. Like this man had wild animal parties, or, white parties, or just crazy parties and doing other stuff, or like, orgies and stuff. Legally, nothing wrong with that, and if people consent to it, and they agree to it and they sign NDA, then you can't really say, well, you put yourself in this situation, you agreed. And this is why they're also questioning Cassie. They're questioning Cassie because they're like, well, yes, even though you experienced this horrific stuff and you went through these things that was terrible, you signed this and that, and you said this and that, and you agreed. Now we all know she did this because out of fear. She was afraid of what Diddy would do to her. I mean, she was young. She's 19, 20, 21, 22. This man is in his 40s at the time, and he got all this power and wealth and fame and access, and he has connections to a lot of different people across the world. So she was afraid. So that I understand. But from the legal perspective, they can say, well, you consented to this, so we can't really say, this and that. So again, I don't know much about the whole legal thing. The whole legal aspect of things. I'm still doing my research on everything with that. But I'm just telling you guys from what I've researched and what I know so far. But yeah, this Diddy trial is crazy, and it's only like day 11 or 12. And also recently, Kid Cudi, day and night. The sun is down, the sun is day and night, night, day and night. All right, Kid Cudi testified against Diddy because Diddy blew up his car. This is some mob boss, Tony Soprano types ish. Okay, this man blew up his Porsche, his car, because he was talking to Cassie. Now I knew about this, like 2 years ago when they talked about how Kid Cudi, his car was blown up and Diddy did it. So I already knew about this, okay? But what I didn't know was that this took place in 2011, and then Diddy apparently went into Kid Cudi's house and locked his dog in his closet, and then I think he took some of his Christmas gifts at the time. It was crazy. All this happened in 2011. 2011. During this time, I'm in 6th grade. I'm in middle school. And this is happening? Man. So yeah, Kid Cudi just testified against Diddy. But everything that's been going on. And Diddy blew up his car. But yeah, a lot of names will be revealed in this Diddy trial. I already hear talks about Usher and Neo. I'm not surprised about them being involved in it, because we all know that they have a lot of connections with Diddy, especially Usher. We all know the whole story with them two, okay? I heard about Mike Myers. I also heard about Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan? I don't know what Michael B. Jordan he's doing with Puff Daddy. You a sinner? You a sinner, MBJ? And also, I'm hearing some talks and rumors that apparently Diddy and Prince have some connections. Diddy went to Prince's house for a freak off and stuff. This man has been in he's been in everything, everywhere. He's connected to everyone, man. Prince, really? Now, I heard he liked Prince like that. But we all know just because he dressed flamboyant, he loved women. He did not go the other way. Even though he looked like he didn't. Okay, so from what I'm hearing is that Diddy wanted Prince, okay, and then apparently he had some parties at Prince's house, and Prince tried to avoid Puff Daddy, and apparently, which is crazy, that Diddy is somehow, some way connected to the passing of Prince. I'm like, what in the world? You connected to the passing of to the death of Prince? I'm telling you guys, a lot of stuff, a lot of information will be dropped in this trial. Talking about businesses, companies, hotels, drugs, freak offs, names, more celebrities, politicians, Obama. I heard Obama is involved in it. I heard Obama is involved. Okay? And of course, I don't know why they're not even mentioning our current president, because he's also involved with Diddy. I mean, Diddy actually looks he actually looks up to him, Donald Duck. I mean, he likes Donald. And Trump, he even said like he likes Diddy. He's a great guy, you know? He said it on The Apprentice. I did watch that show like 2 episodes, and I got bored, so I couldn't finish it. But The Apprentice, I heard is a really good show. But yeah, Diddy, try to copy him, be like him. This dude's a gangster, okay? So I'm hearing, you can hear the wind outside. I'm outside right now. I'm hearing that he's connected with Prince, the passing of Prince, Michael Jackson, Nipsey Hussle, Tupac, Biggie, Heavy D, the drugging of Jamie Foxx, like how Jamie Foxx, what happened to him when he got sick, I'll be sure. It's a lot of connections, man. A lot of connections. And this is only the beginning. I think this trial may stretch into like maybe July, August, September. That's the way I'm seeing it. Because I feel like there's so much more to come out about the diddler, Puff Daddy. But yeah, a lot of names will be involved with this Diddy trial. Like I said, like Usher, Neo, apparently Michael B. Jordan, of course Justin Bieber, and we all know that Justin Bieber is a victim. He is not the same person as he was before. He's definitely like one of the biggest Diddy victims out there. Who else? Let me see. Hey, I even see like DiCaprio, Leonardo DiCaprio. We have to realize that he he was number one on all of Diddy's parties, the freak offs. So I think he might get mentioned in this trial. You may even see, hey, maybe Jay-Z and Beyonce, maybe. I don't know. Jay-Z said he don't know Puff Daddy, which is a lie, a big fat lie. We'll have to see. They could be involved in the Diddy trial. The other person who I know for a fact will be involved in the Diddy trial is J-Lo. You know, Miss Jenny from the block. I'm just Jenny from the block. Okay? J-Lo. Jennifer Lopez. So, because we have to remember, J-Lo and Diddy did date way back in the day. I think it was like the early 2000s, late 90s. Okay? And then, of course, remember, she was involved with that whole incident at the club, her and Diddy and Shine, where that woman got shot, and then Shine took the blame. He went to prison when really, I think apparently it was actually that J-Lo did it, and she was crying. She couldn't handle it, and so they put it on Shine. He took the blame, which is kind of happened right now with Tory Lanez, was a whole other topic. But yeah, I think J-Lo will be involved in this trial. Miss Jenny from the block, Miss Boricua queen, my Puerto Rican queen. Hey, J-Lo, she in her 50s, but she's still fine. She's still bad. Man, I wish I could be with Jennifer Lopez back then and now. I'll take either one. She still look good. My Latina mamacita. Anyway, let me stay focused. But yeah. Also, I think Mary J. Blige will be mentioned in this Diddy trial. Drake, Messy Drake. Rick Ross, Rose. Okay. I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far. All right. You may see him get involved in the trial. So Meek Mill might get involved. So there's a lot of names that might get involved in this trial. Will Smith. The list never ends. There's so many people involved with Puff Daddy. It's just ridiculous. Companies, businesses, industries, they're all involved with this guy. So we gotta see how this plays out. But guys, if you enjoyed the video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will do my best to keep you guys updated with this whole Diddy trial when I can. And go from there. All right, I'm out. This is your man, Immortal Calmness. Guys, have a great day. Peace.